Canada is breaking, and the West is done playing nice. Canada is not quietly cracking apart, it's breaking loudly. Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and even British Columbia are no longer whispering frustrations. They're launching a full-scale political revolt, and the shockwaves are shaking Parliament Hill. The Trudeau-Carney elite? They're scrambling. Because the West just delivered a message that's impossible to ignore. Enough is enough. At the forefront is Alberta Premier Danielle Smith. She's not bluffing. She's not posturing. She's preparing a binding referendum on whether Alberta should sever ties with a federal government that's drained its economy, disrespected its industries, and silenced its voice. This isn't symbolic. This is real. The mood across Alberta has shifted. Independence is no longer fringe talk, it's mainstream. It's being discussed in homes, in town halls, and soon at the ballot box. Saskatchewan and even parts of BC are watching closely, and many are ready to follow. The prairie provinces are now openly considering a new Western alliance, a political compact built not by Ottawa, but for the West. The provinces are done begging, and they're building. Without Ottawa, what once sounded like fantasy, Western provinces rising up against federal overreach, is no longer a fringe idea. It's a plan in motion. Even British Columbia, long seen as reliably left-leaning, is feeling the pressure boil over. Resource workers, farmers, and small business owners are asking the question out loud. What exactly are we getting from Ottawa? Besides regulation, obstruction, and disrespect? The West builds. The West pays. And yet, the West suffers. They're tired of being Canada's economic engine while being treated like its burden. Enter the Western Economic Compact. This isn't a protest. It's a power move. The provinces are now actively crafting their own trade frameworks, infrastructure partnerships, and investment strategies, all designed to bypass Ottawa's broken bureaucracy. This compact would forge direct trade routes with U.S. states and international allies, push pipelines that don't need Ottawa's blessing, create economic policy focused on growth, not climate ideology. Written by downtown desk jockeys who've never stepped foot on a drilling site, it's bold, it's unapologetic, and it's working. Mark Carney's collapse. Now, let's talk about the so-called architect of unity, Mark Carney. The Liberals paraded him in like Canada's technocratic savior. A banker, a globalist, a man who thinks buzzwords can replace real policy. But out west? He's just another out-of-touch suit with zero grasp of reality, while Carney lectures about green transitions and global cooperation. Alberta talks about keeping food on the table. Saskatchewan talks about jobs. BC talks about housing. Manitoba talks about survival. Carney's climate sermons mean nothing when your paycheck's already gone before rent is due. And Ottawa? They're still pretending this is a phase. It's not. It's a full-scale realignment. Green transitions? The West talks about putting people back to work while Ottawa and elites like Mark Carney obsess over abstract green dreams. Western Canada lives in a different reality, one where people need jobs, not lectures. Carney doesn't understand this country. He understands control. And now, that control is slipping. Let's be clear. This uprising didn't come from nowhere. It was forged in the fire of relentless federal overreach. Bill C-69. Then no. More pipelines, bill carbon taxes that punish working-class Canadians, extraction, bans that crush rural economies, pipeline, cancellations that erase billions in investment overnight. These weren't just policy missteps. They were acts of ideological warfare. A deliberate chokehold on the West's economic lifeblood. Ottawa's message to the prairies has been loud and clear. Your industries are dirty. Your jobs don't matter. Your votes don't count. And the West? They've heard enough. This movement didn't fade. It ignited. What the media called a phase has turned into a political earthquake. They tried to ignore it. Then they tried to mock it. Now, they're scrambling to cover it, because this movement didn't go away. It exploded. And here's the truth they can't say out loud. The West doesn't need validation. It needs freedom. Freedom to build. Freedom to grow. Freedom to choose its own future, not one dictated by bureaucrats and Bay Street elites. While Trudeau stalls, Carney stumbles, and the Liberals flail. One man is rising. Pierre Poilievre.no. Fluff. No fake smiles. No recycled promises. Just a clear message. Respect the West, or lose the country. He's not begging Ottawa for unity. He's warning them. If you don't listen, you will lose more than just votes. You'll lose the country itself, because the West isn't looking for handouts. It's looking for respect. And if Ottawa won't give it, they'll take it. Canada is at a crossroads. One road leads to more central control, more arrogance, more division. The other, toward reform, autonomy, and a rebalanced federation that actually respects all its provinces. Danielle Smith has drawn the line in the sand. Saskatchewan is already moving toward it. Manitoba is watching closely. British Columbia is debating its future. And Ottawa? Ottawa is still pretending this is all just noise. Spoiler. It's not. This isn't just anger. It's awakening. The Liberal machine, a house built on sand for years, they papered over rising discontent with flashy announcements, bloated budgets, and media bailouts. They threw money at the problem and called it unity. They silenced critics with labels, not arguments. But the cracks were always there. And now? The dam has burst. Mark Carney, the globalist golden boy, was supposed to be the adult in the room. But in the West, he looks like just another parachuted bureaucrat trying to manage people he's never bothered to understand, they thought. His resume could fix a broken trust. It didn't, because you can't buy unity. You have to earn it. And right now, Ottawa has earned one thing: distrust. Trudeau may still hold the title, but his grip is slipping fast, not because of one scandal. Not because of a single failed policy, but because his entire worldview is fundamentally at odds with the reality of Western Canada. He governs through centralization. The West lives by independence. And now that contradiction is reaching its breaking point. The West's last stand or its new beginning. This is no longer just another chapter in Canada's political story. This is the turning point. Confederation was built on unity. But unity means nothing without mutual respect. For decades, Western Canada has been disrespected, overruled, ignored. And now? They're done waiting. This is no longer protest. This is purpose. Whether it's through a Western alliance, new trade compacts, or full-blown independence, the message is clear. No more submission. No more second-class status. No more asking for Ottawa's permission. The West isn't requesting change, it's forcing it. And if the East won't listen, if Ottawa won't adapt, then this isn't just a political crisis. It's the end of Confederation as we know it. Let the East laugh. Let Carney cry. Let the legacy media spin the story however they want. Because the West just sent its message. And this time, it's not backing down.